Hallelujah! Hi! Okay, so today is Friday the 12th of August. Hi. Ugh. I have a little bit of a cold, so there will be... yeah. What else? You can find me as sjomajlin on Instagram and Ravelry. And I'm coming to you from a very cold Jönköping, Sweden. I haven't been out of my apartment yet today. So, but I saw on Facebook people living close to where I live reporting that it had been frost last night and ice on windshields. So, yeah. I am so disappointed with August so far. It is October weather, pretty much. Well. And it's been really so... I don't even know what it's called, but like the indoor heating where I live, or in... it's not electrical, it is like hot fluids, I guess, circulating through the radiators, which is done like some ways away, and it's like transported along with hot water, sort of like for tap water thingy. And that is not running over the summer, so it's not running in August, so it's been like super cold indoors as well. So I have a cold. And I'm kind of miserable. And I know I posted to Instagram yesterday that I was disappointed, and a few peeps posted that where you are it's like too warm and high humidity, and I know, I mean, that's not better. So I don't mean to be, you know, a jerk complaining about this, but this is where I live, so this is what I complain about, okay? Well, so what has happened since last? I feel as though it's just been like a long, rainy, miserable... I don't even know. I did pick some flowers though yesterday, because I was like, I'm not giving up on summer. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm trying to think, like I usually do a little bit of a roundup thing. It hasn't been like there hasn't been like a lot of stuff happening. Is that how you would put it? It's been work. Excuse me. Chasing Pokemon. Some more work. Some crafting. Yep. So let me show you some. Let's see if I can move this chair back. The wheels sort of lock when you're sitting in it, weirdly enough. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, so I did finish the socks that I was working on. Shorty socks. Heel flap and gusset. Size 2mm needles. Sock yarn. Kind of a no brand, I guess. There we go. That I've been using a million times. And they're done. Yay! Haven't worn them yet, but I will. I also did finish the mittens that I was showing you last week. And I just realized I just showed this off last week. I don't think that the couple who are getting married tomorrow is watching, but maybe they are. They are... if they are watching, I would be very surprised if they have time to see this episode before tomorrow, but if you were watching last week's episode, where I just showed it off without mentioning, like, you know, any sort of spoiler alert, sorry. So I made mittens. As I mentioned last week, they are sort of, you know, the same height, the same size-ish, so I just decided that their hands are gonna be pretty much the same size as well. So I made, excuse me, 4 mittens the same size, and as you can see, I did a little bit of a dip dye effect, if you will, including 2 of the thumbs, because it lines up, and then the other ones are just grey, or the other 2. So just plain mittens, nothing fancy at all. I did also brush the insides. I don't know, you can't really see, but it's sort of fluffy, so it makes a warmer, cozier mitt. So 4 mittens for them to pick and choose from, and then the lover's mitten, or the... Okay, so middle is mitten in Swedish, so in Swinglish it's the mitten. Yeah. So the idea is that you can hold hands in a mitten, like that, and that it matches. Yeah. So this will be gifted to them tomorrow. It's gonna be such an amazing wedding, I'm sure. This blue is hand spun. I mentioned that last week, and this grey is one of the yarns that I did buy on vacation. And it looks sort of like that, some of the leftovers. And I talked about this last week as well, but if there are any new viewers, hi! This hand spun is thinner. So what I did do to sort of match up the width is to make I don't even know what that's called, slip knot? Ah! I'm trying to show you. Like just a, you know, casting on knot. And then you pull through. Like if you're like a crocheted chain, but you just pull it out, and then you have a 3 width, thrice the width of the yarn. So it is a chain ply or a Navajo ply, only you don't need to add the twist. You can knit with it as it is. So that worked out lovely for those mittens. And now there is a knot in this yarn. So I have kind of a lot of this hand spun left. So I'll do something with it at some point. And noisy chair. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay. Last week, okay, so onto whips. Last week I had left one of the sweaters that I'm working on in my kitchen, and one of the sweaters I'm working on is in the kitchen today as well. I haven't done a lot on it. It's the purple, sort of boxy-ish, that I haven't done a lot on at all, so it's in the kitchen. What else? I've been doing some... Seriously though, this chair is not usually this noisy. Well, anyway. I've been doing some more work on the Still Light tunic this week, patterned by Vera Velimäki. It's worked top down, and I'm working the raglan increases. So I've been doing a good few centimeters from there. The rows are getting longer. I'm working up to, so I'm knitting a size large from the pattern, and which way is it now? My gauge is, I'm not on gauge. My gauge is tighter, right? So I'm following the size large, women's large, and it will be a bit smaller because I have a tighter gauge with these needles and this yarn. Yes, yes, yes. I was like, is this making sense, or am I saying it the wrong way around? It's one of those weeks, yes. So, when dividing for the sleeves, I'm going to have 488 stitches. So, the rows are getting long. And I'm not quite there yet, but yeah. So I've been working on that, and I will have many more hours on this, so. I also did cast on a hat. For a hat, just a plain thing. Haven't got a lot of progress on this, and this is out of the same yarn that the socks are out of. And again, I'm doing this like Navajo chain ply thing. Oh no, there is a what's the word? Like the cord for charging my phone is here as well, and so somehow the yarn got around it. So I'm doing this 3-ply thing with this yarn again. So I'm working this on 4mm needles, even though it's a sock yarn. And yeah, I just cast on, I don't even know how many stitches there are. Did maybe 2 centimeters, could it be? Thereabout. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah. And of ripping and then just plain knitting. Okay, so with my Knit Pro Magmas that I have 2 of them, that are these like binders with magnetic a magnetic board. So here is my Still Light tunic pattern, which is a paid for pattern, so I'm not gonna show you more than that. And it comes with these long, they're up there. There is a magnet board right behind where the camera is. It comes with these longer, magnets, as well as these smaller ones, so that you can hold your pattern in place and then mark your row with a magnet like that. So what I've done on a few of them is I put it alongside a ruler and I just marked the centimeters so that I have a handy little ruler. So that was what I was doing. No! Ah! Magnet down! There's too much paper on here, so I'll just pop it to the side. So that's that's a handy little trick if you have one of these, because I'm not always okay. Confession time. Confessions of a knitter. I do not have a notions pouch in with all of my projects. I don't really have set project bags for projects. I usually have them sort of like, okay, so my Still Light tunic lives in this, along with the yarn that I haven't started using yet. And excuse me, the socks and now the hat aren't in here because I just picked them out, have been living in this. And I also did have the finished objects in this. And then if I'm going out to knit, then I grab a project bag or a, you know, just a bag, and I put the knitting that I want to bring with it, with me in it. So I don't have like set project bags. And if I know that all the things, if I know that I will be doing something that will require some sort of notions, I bring this. And since I don't always bring it, it is not exactly what it should be. So this is my notions pouch. I believe this is like a small toiletry bag. Originally it's sold as one. And in here are tins with stitch markers, a measuring tape, a needle gauge, some waste yarn, a row counter, and I wonder, because I believe I did unpack this, yes, well, almost. In this tin I have placed 2 magnets, so one magnet is holding the metal part of this tape measure, and one magnet is holding a needle. Because I did for some other projects take this out and just popped a magnet onto it so that it will keep 2 stitch markers, a darning needle, and these little scissors, and it will keep them together. Because I've had this needle in here as well, because the scissors won't fit. Anyway, so that's a little handy thing if, yeah, okay, anyway. And I also did buy one of these, and I haven't really, because I thought it was cute, I haven't really, I mean, with knitting it is easier, more effective to have one of these, right? So, oh, yes. So this is just sort of milling around. Yeah, and there are some scissors in here as well. So this is my notions pouch that I will bring with me if I need it. Or I'll bring like a small tin with just what I need, or something like, no, that little set with just magnets that I showed you. Otherwise, this is in here, in the drawer, around where I sit and knit, when I sit and knit. Where was I going? I don't always bring my notions pouch. Why did I, what? Ah! I'm sorry. I'm sure I was, yes, so, if I'm going, I got it, if I'm going to like knit group, and I need to work on something, and I need to bring my pattern, but I know I don't really need any notions, because I will just be knitting on straight, but then I realize, oh, it says, you know, knit for 5 centimeters or whatever, and I didn't bring my notions, because I didn't need it. But then I still need to measure, so then you have this measuring device handy. Anyway, that was the point I was trying to get you. Good job. Yeah, so that was what I was measuring that hat with. Whoa, okay. So So those are my knitting works in progress. I did some sewing this week. I did make this sweater. Okay, back up. I'm going to a wedding tomorrow. One of my best friends is getting married. Yay! They're getting married at the coast in Gothenburg, or just outside of Gothenburg. And it's gonna be lovely. It's an August wedding and it's gonna be amazing. So I decided to sew a dress. I did show you 2 fabrics last week because I hadn't decided which one to make or which one to wear to the wedding, so I decided to make 2 dresses. So I did make the first dress. I will do a little thingy and put it in right here. Yeah, so I made the first dress. Excuse me. I brought the fabric, like scraps of the fabrics, and I went shopping and I got some accessories, like some stockings, I guess, that were perfect, like burnt orange, and they were perfect, and I got some stuff, and it was gonna be great. So I was like, you know what, I'm not rushing to sew the second dress, I'm just gonna go with this one. And then I realized, like, oh, but the weather. And then a few days ago, the couple who are getting married sent out an email saying, like, okay, so the weather does not seem to be like, you know, the August weather we were hoping for. And the wedding is going to be outdoors, so please bring warm clothes to wear, because we don't want anyone to be cold. So I was like, no. I'm not gonna wear that dress. So I decided to make a dress out of this fabric. So it's not the one that I'm wearing right now, but it looks like this. And so both of these dresses are made with Victory patterns that I've talked about before. So the first one is Nicola. Excuse me. Sneezes. And the second one that I decided to go with is Lola. And I've made that before. The orange one with pink polka dots. So I decided to go, or I'm going to go with that dress instead, because it's long sleeved and it's... So the original pattern for that one is sort of half-length sleeves, or like 2/3 or something. I don't remember exactly. But I decided to just lengthen the sleeve to do that, and I was very happy with how that turned out. And so yesterday I was like, you know what? I'll just make a sweater. So I did. So with this one also, I've lengthened the sleeves, and okay, we'll see. So I'm not wearing any pants or any shirts, I'm just wearing my underwear. So if that bothers you, if you're gonna see my underwear right now as I stand up, just think of it as me being on the beach in my bikini, okay? Or look away. You've been warned. Well, you can't really. Well, anyway, so whoa, words. And I just got a little bit lightheaded. Yes, the dress has, like, the skirt starts about here, and it goes, there is like there is a line, so it's the skirt part starts higher in the front and lower in the back, and it goes like that. So these different sections or pieces that I cut out were, yeah, so I modified them by just making both the, so there is a front center panel, a back center panel, and two side panels that are the same. So it is these seams right here, and it's sort of the same in the back there. I'm hoping you can make it out because the fabric itself is a bit crazy patterned. And then there are raglan sleeves. So I just elongated the and I washed my hair yesterday, so I'm shedding hair. I just elongated all the, so these are the same, and then the front and the back piece. So the three pieces as I cut them out, because these were cut, yes, I just measured, you know, sort of from underarm, sort of how long I would want it, and I just made them straight, so no shaping, but just longer. And then as I had sewn them up, they weren't, because I didn't measure exactly, so as I had assembled the pieces, I sort of cut straight across the bottom to make them the same, and then I added the I don't know what that's called, like a cuff fabric thingy. So it is, again, I'm just on the beach wearing my bikini, okay? So yeah, I'm really happy with this sweater. It is, however, oh, let me wrap back up because it's not that warm. The fabric, however, and especially, I don't, because you can't really see it, but well, you will be able to see, I think, my necklace. Maybe not. It is pretty see-through, and especially, I don't know, can you see my gold ring? Especially like the black stripes are kind of see-through. So it is a very thin fabric. And I'm running out of space, so let me just... Okay, hi! I just cleared up some space on the memory card. What was that? There's a beetle that just fell. Ooh, it just peed on me. Look at that. It's kind of cute though, isn't it? Except for all the pee. So let me just open up a window and let it out. And wipe off a little bit. Okay. So this fabric is quite thin, or pretty thin. So it needs to hang, this cuff thingy is, and it's the same with the dress actually, smaller. This is smaller than the, like the circumference of the sweater fabric, because it's supposed to pull in a little bit, and it does. And with the main fabric being so thin, it needs to sort of adjust to each other. It needs to sort of hang out on itself. So it looks a bit bulky, not too bad, but a bit bulky, but it's gonna be good. So, not this sweater obviously, but it's, you know, pretty much the same is what I'm going with for the wedding. So at least I'm, you know, long sleeves covered up, and I'll bring some sort of cardigan, you know, to wrap around, and I'm gonna wear like heavy stockings, like fleece-lined stockings. Is it even stockings that I mean? Leggings. You know what I mean. And shawls and stuff. And I'm gonna make sure to keep warm because that's important. But I'm really, really happy with this and I like this print, and I'm very happy with the way that the pattern worked out here on the front, because it is sort of weird. I know this word, and I can't think of it in a Swedish either. Symmetrical. It is kind of symmetrical, and I like that. So there are some sewing finished objects as well this week. I did have like I was gonna say sweatshop. That is, I mean, no. But I did have shop set up in my kitchen for most of this week, or all of this week. But I did put the sewing machine away yesterday because I was like, because it does take up all over my kitchen. Because my apartment isn't that big and my kitchen isn't that big, so I wanted my kitchen back. So no more sewing for a while. Again, I have the second dress that I want to make, that I did show you the fabrics of, the fabrics for last week, but I don't feel, I mean, I'm not in any rush to finish it because, yeah, things worked out that way. And I have some other stuff. Anyway, it will happen when it happens. So yeah. And then I got a package in the mail that I needed to go pick up, and I did so the other day, and there was a box, and I opened the box, and in the box was bag, a tote, kind of. And so Madeline had said, or she had sent me a picture actually of a thing, and she was like, can I send this to you? And I was like, ah. And then when I got this, I was like, this seems to be bigger than just that kit. And it was. So, and I did repack this so it doesn't look at all as what it did when I got it. So let me just unpack some things here so that I can show you stuff in all its glory, and I'm just trying to be a little bit stealth about it. So first, she did send me, and this was what she had sent me a picture of. It is a set, Spring Spirit kit for mittens, and it has, it says in something else as well, and it is 100% thin sheep wool, and I'm not gonna even try to pronounce what it says in a different language. It might be Finnish, but I would sort of guess that it might be Estonian, but I'm not sure. So I was like, but it says Finn sheep, and then I was like, well, that doesn't mean that it is in Finnish. Anyway, so this is the kit. Those are gonna be the mittens, and they are just lovely. No? Okay, sorry. It looks like that, and if you are inclined to read about it, or try to read it, that's what it says. So I got this, and this is amazing. So it comes with the yarn, and it said that it is dyed with natural dyes, and again it's 100% Finn sheep. Sorry. it has these little ball bands on them as well, saying, you know, how to care for the yarn, and what colors they are, and so on. And they are not the same size, all of them, but I'm assuming that has to do with the pattern. So it also comes with instructions and the pattern. And these are amazing. I obviously haven't started them yet. Let's just see. No, that's just what the yarn is. I thought it might say on here where it's from. Might be Finnish. No, sorry. Natural colors of sheep include 8 different shades of white, grey and brown. All the other colors are dyed by hand with plants and mushrooms by Lena Rehele. So, I'm assuming this is natural and these are plants and or mushroom dyed. This yellow is amazing. I don't know. It doesn't look right on my screen, but it might come across. It is gorgeous. The greens are gorgeous too, and the cream is gorgeous. It's all just gorgeous. Maddie. So, I got that. And then there were more yarn. All of this. So there are 13 balls in total in these colors. Yes, so it is 100% wool yarn from Jojo Land, Ho Ho Land. I don't know. 50 grams, 100 meters. Or thereabout. So 13 altogether with these colors. That go very well together. If I mean, I don't have plans for this yet, so I might do something like a multicolored project, or I might do something separate. I don't know. And a project bag. So this came. So I did shove a bunch of yarn in this just to pack it back up because I was not home when I was up, you know. So it was like better, you know, pressed together. And so when I got it, and the handle comes off, so it was actually in the bag when I got it, but I put it on. But you can definitely take it off because it has one of those. Magster, the Magster. Who is Maggie? Is this thing on? I'm having some technical difficulties today. I don't know what happened. It said something like buffer overflow or something. I don't even know what that means, but it seems like it's recording now anyway. And I don't know where it cut me off, and I'm not gonna... It doesn't really work to go back and look at it, so I don't know. Hopefully this was about where I was. So the Magster made this lovely bag, and it's beautiful. It's so well made. There is like knitting fabric on the bottom and a floral pattern up here, and like natural undyed, I guess, for the lining, and a grey zipper and beautiful top stitching, and it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's not tiny. I mean, you could definitely I guess you would say it's a sock size project, but I would definitely, you know, bring my sweater with me if I was going somewhere. I would definitely be using this. You could even bring, you know, extra yarn, and it's not like, I mean, it isn't exploding or anything with almost 2 full balls of yarn and the work in progress. So this is really, really good. Thank you so much, Maggie. What is this? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so I'm gonna try to, you know, yes. So this kit was what I sort of expected, which would be completely and totally generous to send as it were, but you went above and beyond, so thank you very, very much. And I'm just trying to wrap up now so that I will have time to, yes, so that's all I have anyway. I'm going to wedding tomorrow, yay! It's gonna be amazing. Yes, please do take care, be kind to yourselves and to one another, and I will talk to you next time.